Plenty of interesting topics happening this past weekend. Banele, we saw Peter Mosimane claim his second CAF Champions League trophy. Chiefs taking a 1-0 lead in Cameroon against PWD Bamenda, but of course our attention turns to the DStv Premiership. Sundowns now 2 points clear over Morocco Swallows. Interesting comments from Coach Mangoba Mwiti saying he wants to reach 71 points. We know that's the record set by Sundowns as well. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, I mean, he has every right to believe that Mamelodi Sundowns can break 71 points. I mean, the way Mamelodi Sundowns are playing this season, I think I've never seen them like this. In opposition, you can't even see an opposition scoring. I know they conceded 3 goals against AmaZulu, but there was more of a defensive error than anything. But in the other games, they've looked solid at the back.
That's the only game they've conceded, actually.
Exactly, and they've looked solid at the back, and how they move up front, I mean, they always look dangerous. It's like every time they reach the last third, it's like they're going to score goals, and you can see Shalulile, Erasmus, Uthembazwane, they're all scoring and they're all sharing the ball in the last third. So in Mamelodi Sundowns this season, I also personally believe they can reach 71 points.
Sure, I know you spoke of that front three. Obviously, Sundowns have had an excellent front three in the past, that CBD combination. You think this trio of Shalulile, Erasmus and Thembazwane, we know with Sereno possibly on his way out, you think that trio can be as good as the CBD?
Well, look, I don't want to make big calls and comparison. They always say you can always compliment without comparing, you know. So yeah, I don't want to do that at this stage, but I can say which I'm very, very impressed with the Mamelodi Sundowns, how they play up front. It's like nobody's like greedy or anything or jealous. They're sharing the goals and they're doing everything right. And when the opponent has the ball, they quickly press them. When they win the ball, they quickly open up spaces. How they move, hey, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, like, I know this is going to sound weird to say it's only 6 games, but I think Mamelodi Sundowns, the way they're playing now.
Don't even say another treble.
No, not a treble. It's not possible for them to win a treble now. But yeah, I think the way they're playing now, they're better than last season. They've improved. I'm not saying Mangoba or whatever is better. His team is better than your team got Coach Pete. So I'm not saying that.
The shackles
but yeah, the team has improved so much that this season, I mean, you don't doubt them against anyone. And if they win like 3-0, 2-0, it's like, hey, you know, they could have won more. It's like nothing, you know. They beat the Chiefs 3-0. We all thought, hey, Baba Shayega Nani, you know. That's how good they've been this season.
Well, I know you've obviously praised Coach Mangoba, but do you think it obviously draws parallels between his Golden Arrows team? I know you can't really compare the two teams, but you look at the football and the amounts of goals they're scoring. We remember his Arrows team beats Ajax Cape Town in the final 6-0.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost, you can draw the comparisons and see the similarities between the playing brands of football.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm fortunate to know Mangoba on a personal space. I know how good he is. I know him even before he was a professional. So this is somebody I know very, very well. He's a fantastic professional. I mean, he's coached at every league. I mean, even in the ABC 1 league with the Moja United, promoting them to NFD. He's done well at Arrows. He's been super fantastic. But yeah, with now mixed with Rolani, we know what he has done. Also, Coach Rolani, how knowledgeable and passionate he is about the game. Also with Steve Compel, and that's a very, very good combo. I know a lot of people were saying it's not going to work. I was one of the people who also had doubts and all of that. But I mean, it was only fair at that time. But yeah, they've proven it. You know, they mean business, and yeah, it seems like they're going to run away with the league, especially with the closest contenders, the Pirates. I mean, they're not scoring enough goals. They're looking shaky at times. So I think for me, Mamelodi Sundowns will walk this season. Actually, last season, we all expected Mamelodi Sundowns to win the league unchallenged after Umicho had left. I mean, we all knew Coach Rolani, it was going to take a bit of time for him to gel at the Pirates, and nobody expected the Kaizer Chiefs to just rise and challenge Mamelodi Sundowns. So what's happening this season is actually what I predicted to be happening last season.
Sure, so you think it's just going to be a continuation? I
really think Pirates are the only team that can challenge Mamelodi Sundowns. But when you actually watch the Pirates play, I mean, in the league, we're talking about the league, leave the MTN 8 and Nedbank Cup, I know they've scored goals there. If you look at the league only, they haven't scored much goals. I think in the last 15 games in the league, it's only twice where they've scored 2 goals, and it was both against the SuperSport United. In the Bio Bubble, they scored twice once against the SuperSport United. Even this season, they've only scored twice once against the same opposition as SuperSport United. So, and it's not like it's one player that's scoring goals, like anyone is scoring the goals. So, hey, at Pirates, I'm really not convinced of how they're scoring. I know they're not conceding as much goals also, but if you look at Mamelodi Sundowns on the other hand, 3-0, 2-0, 4-3.
They're keeping clean sheets, they're
keeping clean sheets, they're scoring, you know. So one can think Kuti really Mamelodi Sundowns will walk this league. I mean, look at their December fixtures as well. Maritzburg United, TX Galaxy, Golden Arrows. One can believe Kuti 9 points, you know. So yeah, I really think Sundowns will run away.
Speaking of it, when the last time they got 71 points, I think it was way back in 2016. Previous Wits actually finished second at the time, and I think they got around 57 points. So when you reach 71 points, there isn't really a second best team in the league. It's just one-way traffic. But in terms of Orlando Pirates, we know Zinnbauer obviously came under a lot of criticism this past weekend, drawing against Baroka. At Orlando Stadium, it is one of those fixtures that you'd look at and say, okay, 3 points. So yellow card for Zinnbauer.
Look, I said it, Zinnbauer for me, even if he wins the MTN 8, I think Pirates fans right now, they want the league. After signing about Tyson Tlajwayo, and most Pirates supporters, when you speak to them, they'll tell you they've got the best team in the league now with the Buccaneers and all the signings that they've made. So they're quite confident and they believe this team should be winning something more than MTN 8.
Should they be doing what Sundowns are currently doing, you think?
I think so, or closer to Mamelodi Sundowns. I mean, if you look at City and Liverpool, the last 2 seasons, it's always been like they're chasing each other. You never know who was really taking it. So I was expecting something like similar to that. But yeah, Zinnbauer, if he doesn't win the MTN 8, I'd say yellow card to them, and that will just...
So no yellow card yet?
No yellow card yet, but if he doesn't win the MTN 8, that will just dismantle the team. If you remember, Yagamitsu, they looked very, very confident until that loss to Ibaroka penalty in the Telkom knockout. So if that happens again, then I'll say it will just kill the momentum here, Orlando Pirates.
And lastly, let's touch on AmaZulu. Obviously, not many deals happen in the PSL transfer deadline day. Of course, throughout the season, a few big deals did happen. But in terms of deadline day, we saw Phakamani, Mahlambi, Veli, Mothwa moving from Chip United and Sundowns respectively to Usutsu. So surely they feel like they can get the top 4 target that they set out at the start of the season.
Look, I mean, we're signing Veli Mothwa. I know a lot of people from KZN, they've been very excited, but I've been asking a simple question.
Been excited.
I've been asking a simple question. Maybe you can answer too. Is it an upgrade to bring in Mothwa when you've got Umbat?
I genuinely do think so. I mean, if you look at from the time Tinem was there at Chip United and when Mothwa came in, I mean, he took the captaincy armband, he gave the team belief at the back.
And he kept a lot of clean sheets.
He kept plenty clean sheets. He made them much more solid. I think with the likes of a few passengers at AmaZulu at the back line, particularly Boysons. But
Umbat has also had his fair share of clean sheet at AmaZulu.
He has, but I think the amount of saves he makes compared to Mothwa, there's still the more stability at the back with Mothwa. So
you are Ian Dlamini right now. Who do you start?
I think Mothwa starts for me. Who do you think? Clearly Mpata.
No, but I think, it's just a flip a coin between the two. I think it's 2 goalkeepers who are at the same level, but I can take it if one says Mothwa maybe slightly ahead. I can take it. Let me ask
this question, do you think Mpata's career is going higher or is it going
that's actually a good question. I think it's a decline. Decline.
So I think it makes sense for Mothwa to come in at this right moment, especially when the club are, so much ambition. But talk to me about Mahlambi.
Look, that one, it's a bit of a dodgy one because we know Mahlambi, I mean, he's got discipline problems, and even the coaches at Mamelodi Sundowns kind of hinted that for you to play at the best of your game or top of your game, you need more than just talent. So I think him coming to Durban, and we know what happens in Durban, I just hope he doesn't lose the focus and he becomes that Phakamani Mahlambi that we know. But yeah, he's had discipline issues for the last 3 to 4 years now, so I can't see him changing it overnight, especially at a club like AmaZulu. I mean, if you're not disciplined, been coached by Upitso Musimane, then hey, what are the chances that you're going to respect to Ian Dlamini and listen to everything he says and be punctual and all of that? So that one for me, I think it's a little bit of a dodgy one. But if he does focus and improve his game, then AmaZulu have got a good player.
You actually were critical of Ian Dlamini off air. You think he'll probably be be too soft to get the best out of a player like Mahlambi?
Yeah, I think so. That's why I said, I mean, for me, and Dlamini, I've got nothing against him. I still think he should be an assistant. At the moment, AmaZulu have signed top players who have played for the big teams in the country. So players like that should be coached by an Owen Dagama or something, somebody who's just going to push them to a next level, somebody who's got the trophies, who's got everything, like the experience and things like that. But yeah, if you like telling Umemela, Mahlambi, Majoro, and to be coached by Ayanda, I mean, with all due respect, it just loses that, that power. So yeah, Ayanda, I mean, for me, I'm not quite convinced. I still think you should be an assistant.
Yeah, well, interesting thoughts from Banele and I. Let us know what you think down in the comment section, and remember to hit that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Until next week, cheers. For more soccer betting tips and previews, get the latest copy of Soccer Betting News for only 10 Rand at your nearest Hollywood Bets branch or news agent.